Yo, what's going on, my good people? This your boy Trey, Shop Out Productions, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. We out here at Columbia Mall right now, and I got a very special guest. His name is Matt Kim. He's sitting next to me. We getting ready to chop it up with this for the first episode of Creative Conversations. Let's get it. How you feeling?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Man, I appreciate you for accepting the invite, bro. Like, I know you probably got a busy schedule and everything, and I'm just, grateful to have you here with me.
Yeah, bro, I'm excited. Let's chop it up.
Sure, man. I've been watching you for a while, bro. I remember the first time we met, it was at the Calvinson office when you and Cindy were showing concert together, and I'm like, man, this man has a lot of wisdom, a lot of value. So, like, when I followed you, I started to see what you had to offer to your audience, and that literally it made me want to, get back active into, pumping out more content with value, with intention, and not just, doing it from the hip every once in a blue moon, leaving my community abandoned. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that about you, man. You're a hustler for sure.
Man, that means a lot. Like, I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah, and I'm excited to dig into more of that.
For sure, man. All right, man. So look, just talk to me, just to get to know a little bit about you, man. Like, tell me a little about your background and how you got started in, video and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So it started off as a hobby. Right. So I was in high school. I was always kind of artistic, but I didn't really pick up like visual media until high school. Okay. And so it started off as, just a hobby. I was really into it. And then from there, I started volunteering at my youth group at my church, doing media and stuff like that, video, photos. And then when it came time to, think about college, that's kind of what I was considering. I'm like, I really enjoy doing this. Do I want to pursue this? Yes, no, maybe. And so I took a gap year to kind of figure out what I really wanted. Right. And then at the end of the gap year, I decided to go to school. So I had a conversation with my mom, and then she convinced me, like, why don't you just try school for a year? And I'm like, Mom, like, you don't just try school. It's not like you get your money back. But I went for a year. I went to film school, and it was there I realized, like, man, because they really just prep you to go into Hollywood. That's what they train you for. And so experiencing that, it was a lot of fun, but I'm like, okay, this is not what I want to do with my life. Right. And so I dropped out. Right. And then, from there, I started a business, and the rest is history.
Wow, man. So let me ask you this. You said that you went to film school and you realized it's not something that you wanted to pursue. Yeah. Why is that? Is it because you didn't want to set yourself up where you're doing all of this work just to work for somebody else? Or was it more so like, it's literally like, this not the path I want to go. I don't want to just, just box myself into just go to Hollywood. You want to be able to experience more and connect with more people. Was that the reason or was it not?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. I think what I realized was I love filmmaking, but Hollywood has a very specific demand, right? They ask for a very specific, right? So, and realizing that, like, behind the scenes, even if you're in, quote unquote, the industry of Hollywood, you still have to climb up the ladder anyways. So it's not even like you have a job, you're actually doing gig work and networking and getting hired on projects and stuff like that. Right. So you still have to start from the ground up anyways. But I think the main thing for me was the kind of entrepreneurial nature in me of, like, I always knew I wanted to start my own thing. I wanted to have a business. Part of that motivating factor was also the kind of life I wanted to lead, thinking ahead in terms of what kind of husband I want to be, what kind of father I want to be.
Amen.
Yeah. And so, amen. When I think through it like that, I realized, you know what, I can't do that and like give my life to Hollywood in that way. I need to build a business and build it while I'm young so that I have a capacity and I have a way to provide for my family, like looking forward into the future.
Absolutely.
So that was a huge, motivating factor for me.
Absolutely, man. One thing you said is like the things that you wanted to make sure you're able to provide with your family and be an amazing husband to your wife and stuff like that. Not sure, like, is that like right now?
Well, no, I mean,
in the future.
In the future.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool, got you. I can understand that. I'm with you on that, bro. Like you know, being in certain environments, it's important to be careful who you surround yourself with because you don't want to get trapped in to being subject to some of those habits, you know, and stuff like that. And I heard a lot of crazy things about Hollywood and stuff. But you got some people that's doing great things up there, that's living, you know, a good life away from that. But I feel like, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
As a kid, when you watch television and you see other kids in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever think like, dang, I wish that was me? Because I know I did.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
hey, I want to be on TV. Like, how Lil Bow Wow get the rap? What about me? He got all the girls. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a misconception.
Yeah, it really is, and I think that's the thing is like it is a facade in a lot of ways, and I have friends that are in the industry. They've all shared something similar. It really is like I don't know how to put it.
Kind of spooky.
It's a little spooky. It's also very like performative. Right? It's like there's not a lot of authenticity there.
People gotta fake.
Yeah.
People gotta fake it till they make it.
And put on a persona and all that stuff, and that's just not me, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I definitely think we don't want to ever, we gotta fake who we are. It's crazy you say that, right? I literally was watching a reel by Eric Thomas.
Okay.
And he was interviewing some lady, I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
But she said she makes the most money just by being who she is.
That's the dream. Come on.
What does that tell y'all, people?
Yeah.
Be you.
Exactly.
Be your authentic self. Like I had two of my clients tell me, I feel down to earth. Like, I feel like I don't have to be so businessy with you. I'm like, bro, I'm down to earth too.
I'm just a guy.
I want you to feel that way. Shout out to my guy Robert Marshall at Bella and Manages On them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to have fun when I'm working with my clients and make them feel like they don't have to feel like I'm a
suit.
A suit, I got a collar on me. Like, nah, bro, I want y'all to feel comfortable. I want people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main goal.
Absolutely.
You want them to feel comfortable with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's like the authenticity piece.
Yep.
It's like when you can be yourself, like people around you feel like they could be themselves.
And that's the bottom line.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. So talk to me real quick, man, about let me ask you this. What was the first camera you ever shot with?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, so this was in high school. No, actually, you know what? If we really want to take it back, the very first camera, I was in middle school, and it was a point and shoot Fuji camera. You know, one of those? Yeah, you just turn it on, the lens pops out.
Yep. I know
of them.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I had one of those when I was a kid. I got one for Christmas. My mama bought it for me. Shout out, mama. You probably knew something that I didn't know. She probably knew I was going. She probably knew I was going to be a filmmaker. She's like, oh, let me get Trey a camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I just started messing with it. I always like messing around with this little Windows movie maker.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those were the days. And we just try new stuff, put text on screen. We think, oh man, this is amazing.
We getting it.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, that's the beauty in discovering something new and having fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. So you had a Fuji point and shoot.
Point and shoot.
What was your next camera after that?
Yeah. So my first like official I guess better camera was the Canon Rebel T1i. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so that was in high school. I got it. I forget. I got it as a present from my father for one of my birthdays.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I was shooting on. I had a 50mm prime, and then just a kit lens, and that's what it was for a while.
You can do magic with both.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
do amazing things. It's not about what you have. It's about how you use it.
Yeah, and that's what I miss honestly about that season was like when you got nothing, you have to make do.
Grinding.
And I love that. Like I love that feeling of like figuring it out, making it work.
Because it's the most exciting when you learn something new.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, what was I doing in 2015, 2016, 2017? I was busting my butt trying to get to this level.
Yeah.
Why would I slow down now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even Chris talks about this a lot.
Yeah.
Like, why am I slowing down? I worked so hard to get here. I gotta take myself back to the 2015 me, 2016 me, 2017 me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that mindset.
Yeah.
So,
And it's really like the and like when we're younger, it comes more naturally. But I think grow out of it, not in a good way, grow out of it as we get older because we're conditioned by the environment around us. But when we're younger, it's much more easier to be courageous about taking risks, to go after something that seems impossible or like a giant. Whereas as we get older, we're like calculating a little more.
Because it's like, all right, we're getting older. I have bills or expenses may be high or like, depending on the situation, some people my age may have children, so they may not be able to have the time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like, so I can't really make judgment there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on it. But it's like we're a little more conservative.
Exactly.
As we get over. As a kid, we don't have nothing to worry about.
No.
We just
go for it. Exactly.
And even now today, things have changed.
Yeah.
Social media has changed. Children want to become entrepreneurs early.
Yeah,
they don't want to sit in a classroom or behind a desk job for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
Yeah.
It doesn't resonate with them. We're in a different time now.
That's true. And they don't learn like that just because of how they grew up with social media. Because they're the first generation to grow up with social media. We grew up without it and with. Exactly.
I remember riding the bike down the street with my homies.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was with my guys. Like, bro, let's pop outside, go to the playgrounds, go to the court. Every day of the summer, we hooping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we had that luxury. We had that luxury.
Yeah.
We was outside. What this is,
yeah. And so I think because of like their brain chemistry, having grown up with social media, they don't learn the same as we do. Right? It's like they have to consume content in a very specific way for it to resonate and for them to like be moved. You know?
Absolutely. And I realized that everybody's learning style is different.
Yeah.
I may learn about music. I might learn about I don't know, like, I can't really think of the other one, but it's like, think about a STEM program, right? Like science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yes.
I know a guy, his name is Image, and he has his own STEAM program where it's like he teaches his students through music and song and stuff like that about different subjects like, the earth and the animals and, all of those things that have to do with science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to guess what his curriculum is, but like, I've seen it with my own eyes. It's like those kids really learn in a specific fashion that they're able to comprehend.
Yeah.
Everybody's learning style. Speaking of learning styles, content is short form now.
100%.
It's not long form no more.
Yeah.
I can learn how to bake a cake in less than 90 seconds from IG Reel.
Yeah, that's facts.
I can learn how to build a car in less than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just something wild like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like content is more, it's like you learn faster. We got YouTube and all these other resources. Google has been around for the longest.
Yeah.
That's how school and university and college right there. Because what do? They have to get the information from somewhere, put it in a textbook and call it theirs. And give reference to where they got the information from. So are we really learning?
Exactly.
Something that's already there? And paying thousands of dollars for?
I think a lot of times like kind of the traditional education model emphasizes like knowledge. And so they spend hours in classrooms reading a theory about something versus actually going out and doing it.
I thought you'd never say it. Let me ask you this. I gave someone an example. Who would you rather hire? Would you rather hire me, fresh out of college with a 4-year degree, to shoot content for your business? Or would you rather hire me that has no degree, but I have 4 years of experience in the field and I have proven results?
Exactly.
And I have a portfolio. Who would you go with?
Second guy, 100%, hands down.
A degree means nothing if you don't have evidence or results to prove it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people get degrees and do nothing with it. Working a job they hate. And it sucks.
And sometimes, bro, like I've been hearing stories, man, people in our generation, they'll graduate college, but these businesses, the requirement to actually qualify for an entry-level job is actually way past their level of experience. Exactly. But it's a catch-22 because they can't get the experience unless they qualify. And so it's
like, what's the point? It's like, what the hell do I do? So now I'm forced to work a minimum wage job.
I know, bro.
Just to like.
And they got a master's, bro.
And I have a master's. And you're not, and on top of that, you're not paying me what I paid for this master's. I need a good return of investment. Exactly. If I'm going to take a job with you, you need to pay me what I spent.
Yeah. And people just don't think like that, you know?
I realized this when I came around PHP, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
My mind shifted like a mug.
Yeah.
I was exposed to a lot of things. I'm like, damn, my thinking is different now. So at places I go, I'm like, even when I'm talking to some of my friends, I'm like, okay, well, why do you think this way? Why do you feel like you can't do this?
And that's what I love about entrepreneurialism.
Yes.
Is it's the most self-empowering thing ever.
Yep.
It is like because everything is on you. If you make a lot of money
in the reel the other day.
Yes, yeah, and I think it's congruent with this because I think the kind of the traditional education model and the workforce model is this idea that like a job is given to you, education is given to you, all the power is outside of you. And so if you can't play ball with the system and you don't fit into it, then like you're really not going to get much. But if you play by the rules, you play within the system, then the idea is that some external system or overlord is going to give you a handout.
Right.
But that's really just not, it's very disempowering. And that's what I love about entrepreneurialism is that if you make a lot of money, it's because you worked hard, you figured out a problem, and you made it happen.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, then that means that you haven't figured out the problem yet. You're still like workshopping it, and you got a lot of work to do to make more money. But either way, the onus falls on you.
Absolutely.
And so
time.
And it's time management, relational skills, writing contracts,
Exactly.
being financially savvy. Like those are all things you have to learn. But at the end of the day, you have the control, and I think that's what my favorite part about being an entrepreneur is like
you control your own time.
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna tell me where to be if I don't want to be there, or two, I don't have availability.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Like we have to work around our clients' availability, so they have to work around ours.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a what's the word I'm looking
Like a
for?
two-way street.
Two-way street. It's a
beneficial.
reciprocation.
Yeah, it's reciprocal.
Reciprocation there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whenever you free. You know what I'm saying? But it's like having like, I feel like some people like myself, I was one of those people that I felt like I had all the time in the world to get stuff done. I got it done, but I felt myself stressed out because I'm waiting to the last minute.
Yeah.
Procrastination is the biggest dream killer.
Yeah.
Because if you wait too long, you're gonna miss that train to get to the next level, and that's gonna set you back a few years.
Absolutely.
Maybe even decades.
Yeah.
If you don't shoot and pull the trigger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So speaking of entrepreneurship and stuff, what's one challenge that you've had to overcome as a creative entrepreneur?
Man, that's a great question. Well, since you phrased it like that, you said a creative entrepreneur.
I mean, a creative / entrepreneur, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but I like that because
Okay.
like it's
My
true.
bad.
Like for people like us, we're not just entrepreneurs; we're also creatives.
Yes.
And I think that has a unique problem that I think is kind of rare. Like not a lot of businesses face that problem, which is you have to reconcile the artist in you with the business in you. Because those two are at odds and you have to make them work together. Because the artist in you is a dreamer, it's a visionary, it's like I could see what I want, and you are very romantic, right? A lot of creatives, they operate in that space, right? I'm attached to things, I value things, I'm a romantic about it. Whereas a business person is the opposite. It's like I'm all about the bottom line, it has to make sense. Like I have to think about my ROI, I have to make a decision that's like fiscally a net positive. And so when you measure these things in two different value systems, and you're that same person, one's gonna win out at the expense of the other unless you make it work together. And so for the first like 3 or so years in business, I was mainly functioning as a creative who happened to be trying to make some money. And so I wasn't able to scale my business because every decision was a creative decision and not a business decision. And the opposite is true. If I make only business decisions and then my creative decisions suffer, then even though I think I'm making the better financial decision, in the long run, I'm making a worse financial decision because the actual value of my business is taking a hit because the creative isn't there to kind of push it forward.
Right.
And so that was probably the biggest challenge is because I had both and I had it strong. And so trying to bring them out of me and make them work together in a cohesive manner was probably the biggest challenge, I think, especially early on.
Absolutely. Man, I can certainly relate there. Like, for me, one of my challenges was like taking everything, doing it for money. Just to give you a little backstory, I shot a lot of trap videos when I was younger, you know. This is not to be judgmental about anybody in case you're watching this channel. You know, I respect everybody, but I'm just telling my story.
Yeah.
I used to shoot a lot of trap videos. I did it because it paid me money. I wasn't thinking about what my brand stood for. I wasn't thinking about how people could view me or perceive me. I wasn't thinking about the impact I could make on my future. I wasn't thinking about my safety. I wasn't thinking about my environment and my connections and my associations. And it took for a few instances happening where things could have went left. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a few things that happened. I was like, dang, what if this could have really went this way? You know what I mean? Or what if, you know, somebody forgot they had the gun loaded and shot me? You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories like that. And I really had to wrap around in my mind and get out of that mindset of money, money, money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we are entrepreneurs, we're creatives, we have to make our bread, but every decision should not be a money-based decision. It has to be not only a value-based decision, but a moral-based decision, and what your business stand-on-based decision. That's what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's like that was one of my biggest challenges, to the point now where I have a 48-hour review window on any project that comes to me.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, what is the concept behind it? What is the morals of the project? You know what I'm saying? If it's clean, it has a good meaning, cool. Let's take it to the next step. But if you're talking a bunch of nonsense, I don't want nothing to do with that. Because I don't want to put myself in that energy, or put myself and my brand in harm's way. In fact, it's crazy, like the way I got connected with Chris is because he seen something I did for it was a church in Brooklyn. He was like, bro, I ain't never seen that. I would have just scrolled right by you. And at that time, I had just about a mix of everything on my page. But I had to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to clean up my page and make my brand more, you know, more marketable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to just appeal to just one market. I don't want to be able to appeal to multiple markets, but I do have an ideal client. I don't want to work with, you know, people that promote negativity. You know what I'm saying? Whoever, you know, ill intent. Stuff like that.
No, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. You want to attract like minds, right? Kindred spirits, people who are all
birds with a feather flock together. You don't 100%. See sharks flying with eagles. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely. For sure. So my next question, man, speaking of, like, you know, business, entrepreneurship, and, you know, clientele and stuff, how do you engage with your clients and bring value to them?
I think one of the things I do best is I have a pretty comprehensive discovery process, because the thing is, it is much easier for me to answer or solve your problems when you tell me what your problems are versus me trying to solve your problems and you've never told me what your problems are.
Exactly.
And so I think I've spent years developing like a system to basically extract the information I need to really understand where my clients are at and where they want to go, and to bridge that gap in between the present and the future, so that the approach I take to the services I provide is the most congruent to their goals and their mission.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one thing you said there, man, is just finding out what the problem is. Look at all these businesses around here. They solve a problem. We're hungry right now. We're gonna go eat.
That's right.
We're solving the problem of me and you being hungry. That's one thing I realized. We solve probably one of the biggest problems out here. Visual distribution.
Absolutely.
People need us.
Like, how do they know you exist?
Exactly. They need us. But in a sense, we need them too. If there was no them, there's no us, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty. All these businesses around here, they solve a problem for us. Food, we're hungry. Clothes, may need a new pair of kicks. Regardless of how you look at it. Everybody's solving a problem, no matter what. And I had to look at it from that perspective, like, okay, what problem do my client have? I was just talking to my guy Mikhail last night. He was like, bro, I need content now. I'm ready for you.
Come on.
Cool. Okay, how can I help you? What's your budget? Okay, cool. I can help you in that area, but let's make it suited for both of us. Let's add an incentive in there. So I'm working with your budget, let's add an incentive, so that makes me work a little bit harder to get you results, which also increases not only my income, but your income too. It's a win-win for both of us.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty in it.
That's
That's a partnership right there.
Exactly.
That's a beauty. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's what the wealthy do.
Yeah.
So we gotta operate like that.
Yeah. And I think that's a big misconception with businesses, because something I hear a lot, and I understand what they mean, but it doesn't really give off the right message, which is the saying, and I'm sure you've heard this, is customer is king. Have you ever heard that?
I mean, like the customer's always right.
Yeah.
See,
I think that's a load of garbage.
Here's the thing. Now, listen, I value customers.
Yeah.
However, what you're not going to do, you're not going to try to get over on me.
Right,
You're not going to disrespect me. I don't care how much money you pay me.
Yeah.
If you cross me, I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
I will fire you.
Yeah, it's
just that
it's not a
simple.
good premise to build
sorry.
a relationship off.
No,
Right?
I don't want any parts of if I'm stressed out working with somebody, I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Why? Because you pay me?
I'll find some other
I'll
way.
find somebody else.
Exactly.
Vice versa. We have the ability to choose who we want to partner with, who we want to do work for.
Yeah.
We don't have to. But the main thing in people's minds is because a dollar amount is attached to it,
Yeah.
they'll be treated any kind of way. They'll accept it as long as they pay me. I don't care. Like, no.
Yeah.
I demand respect, just like you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you brought that point up, because I many times think about that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not about to,
Absolutely.
I'm not about to be,
Yeah, and that's a big pitfall, I think, especially like when you're first starting off.
Exactly.
Because you don't know better. And
But you learn though.
Exactly.
And you learn how to deal with those things, so you put things in place.
Yep.
Like, for example, I remember my first ever music video shoot.
Yeah.
I only charged these dudes $15. I was in college and I was just trying to get a meal for the day. I only got paid $5.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I learned from it. That told me, hey, you need to put a service agreement in place and then also make them pay a deposit.
Absolutely.
That's the important part. So you know they're serious and they know you mean business.
Yeah.
When business up in the air,
Yeah.
I had to learn that early. That was one of the first
Once
things.
you experience it, you're like, now you know why.
It's a lesson.
Exactly, bro.
It taught me a lesson that I now have implemented in my business today. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got to.
For sure. So before we wrap up, man, can you share any tips for aspiring videographers looking to start their own video production business or launch their own platform?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's this, is we don't know what we don't know. As in, our blind spots are blind spots for a reason. And so because of that, a lot of times what young entrepreneurs who are also creative, videographers like I said, what they do is they think that if I improve my videography skills, then I could grow my business. And so they'll double down on what they already know instead of trying to learn what they don't know. So my advice is, if you want to have a profitable, sustainable business for the long haul and not spinning your wheels, the fastest way to do that is develop practical business skills to run alongside your videography skills. Because you're already good at making videos, that's why you're doing it. But you're not good at making money yet. And so focus on learning how to make money so that you could actually have a sustainable, functional business. And I think in that vein, I think one advice I could give practically on the business side is understand your target demographic, who you want to do business with. And be specific, build it out. Like, create an avatar as a hypothetical person, right? Make up a person. Okay, this person's name is Jim. He's 27 years old. He is also an entrepreneur. This is my target demo. He makes about $50-something thousand a year. Like, write it out. Because if you write that out, you'll understand their psyche, you'll understand their motivation, and so you'll know how to market them.
Exactly.
So if you have a target, you can hit it. You can't hit what you haven't aimed at, right?
Exactly.
And so
It's
have
like
a target
endless
demo.
ambition. You can't accomplish what you haven't written down.
Yeah, and I think the secret sauce to making any business, to taking any business to the next level, is, especially like with creativity, like videography, is find a way to have a recurring revenue model.
What that means is
Retaining
clients.
Retaining clients, exactly.
That's where I'm at now.
Yes.
It's becoming a thing. Like, I just talked to a lady before I came here with my tripods. She was like looking at me. I think we talked about this off camera. She was looking at me. She was like, "What do you do?" I said, I'm a professional content creator. I create content for entrepreneurs, so that they can, of course, I was more fluent. I'm folding on camera. But I create content. I create content for entrepreneurs so that they can be able to market their products and make revenue from social media reels and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I said to her.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how you gotta be, like, know what you do and know how to explain it and break it down on the spot.
Yeah.
Within a sentence, a few words. You don't have to be complicated.
Yep. And that's all part of the business side of it. Exactly. Right? And so, yeah, I think if you learn business skills, and then you find a way to provide value to the same clients consistently,
absolutely.
You're on your way.
Yeah. Ideas, thought process, all of those different things.
I mean, listen, like, I had a interaction recently where I was forwarded an email from one of my clients about, like, notes about a project I'm working on, so I gotta make some edits, right? And so I'm reading it, but then you know how on certain email forwards, you have the thread history of all the interactions previously underneath? And so I read it, and basically it was the team members going back and forth and having a conversation about, like, social media and projects. And so that's all forwarded in the email log, right? And so I went back and read some of it, and the vice president was talking about how he wants to expand content creation on LinkedIn and get more serious about the video aspect of it moving forward. And they're like a multi-million-dollar, like, tech company, and upsell. Exactly. And so I read that, and I'm like, oh, so you're looking for more value, which I can provide for you. But it's because, but if I didn't have the eyes to see that, I would have just glossed over it and does business as usual. But I could now double my revenue by providing double the value because I caught that, and I had the eyes to see it, and I had the mindset to think that way.
Exactly.
And so
right there, you create a partnership. That way, incentives can be a part of that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just think about that. You're a genius, man. You're a star, bro. I appreciate you, bro. So look, man, y'all just heard the gems in this conversation with my guy, Matt Kim, man. Where can the people follow you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm most active on Instagram. You can follow me at Matt Kim Official, just how it sounds, MATTKIM Official. And connect with me there.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, it's been a pleasure talking with you this afternoon, brother, man. Thank you again for your time. Look, man, if y'all found value in this interview, man, first and foremost, make sure y'all follow my guy, Matt Kim. His social media will be displayed in the graphic. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sharp Rap Productions, and follow me on my social media platforms. That'll be displayed at the end of the video. Until next time, I'll see y'all soon. Peace.